Hello, welcome to Glazing with AMACO. I'm Kara, and I'm just going to make sure that we have some sound and we're on the right scene. So welcome and thanks for joining me. We are talking today about the Velvet Sprayz. So I know that many of you, as I am, are huge fans of the AMACO Velvet Underglazes, which are an underglaze series that works great for 05. Most of the colors can go to cone 6, and many of the colors hold their color and vibrancy without getting too fluxed, all the way up to cone 10. So like radiant red, great color, all the way up to cone 10. So we came up with a way of putting the velvets into spray cans for those people who like to have the option to spray underglaze for decoration. So before I get started, welcome Roseanne. You're in sunny Florida. I'm a little jealous. It's kind of gloomy here in Indiana today. Let's see, I don't think I have any other news or updates. I do have a few questions that I'll be answering in the course of this stream today. And let me go ahead and get started. So, as I said, we put some of our most popular underglaze colors into spray cans. And 3 years ago, we had a test release where people could buy them directly from us, and they were very popular, extremely popular. I have had many people who were sad when we had to discontinue them, but we have re-released them. We have an improved can, we have improved nozzles. So that was why we took a hiatus on the sprays, is because we wanted to make sure that they were top quality, lasted for as long as possible, and could be used for years. So the advantage of the sprays is, let me show you some a piece that's done with the sprays. So this is the Cobalt Celadon here at the top, but you can see this was all done with sprays on the body, and I'm going to talk about how it was done, but it was done with a resist, but different colors, and I love how you can see the ombre effect going on right here. Really fantastic. So the thing that makes these so convenient is there are lots of people who like to spray glaze and underglaze, but you needed to have a spray gun and a compressor, so you needed a whole system. And then if you wanted to change colors, you needed to clean out your spray gun completely to switch from one color to another. In this case, it's just like using any kind of spray paint. You can just switch from one color to another. There's no cleanup necessary, there's no special equipment, although you still do need to have a well-ventilated space and a respirator to prevent any inhalation. So, let me show you, of course, the cans. We have the colors: ultra white, medium blue, dark green, yellow, I was going to say bright yellow, but it's just yellow, real orange, bright red, and jet black. And all 7 of these colors hold their color all the way up to cone 10 and work great at cone 05 and at cone 5. So I have some low fire samples to show you. So one of the questions that we've had is, what were the improvements that were made? One of the improvements was the cans are now lined steel. They were previously aluminum. And the lined steel should hold up better over time with the underglaze. The other thing is we reevaluated and changed the spray nozzle to a nozzle that is less likely to be clogged. If you have older cans, or if they do become clogged, you can usually get those actuator nozzles from craft stores or online, but we don't sell them separately. There was a question earlier in the week about getting new nozzles for old cans, but we do not have those. So I'm going to move this out of the way. If you have any questions for me about the Velvet Sprayz or other things, please drop them in the chat. I am viewing the Facebook chat, although I cannot see the YouTube chat today. So, let's see if I can get a good, without reflections. Hard to see this because it has a black background, but I'm going to show you a video in a moment. Let me, so this is, the whole thing was painted with the black sprays, and then the underglaze was the colors, there was a stencil used so that the orange and yellow and green were done in an ombre over. It's very reflective, so it's really hard to see in the video. It was a lot of fun. This one's a little bit brighter. And this was the opposite, so the colors, the light colors, the ombre were put on first, and then the black was stenciled over it. Really gorgeous. So, a few things. Spray can 101. Always wear a respirator when you're spraying any kind of ceramic material. You should honestly wear a respirator when you're using spray paint as well. Store your cans in a cool, dry location. Do not a cold. So you want to protect these from freezing, but you also don't want them to get too hot. When you're using them, shake them well before spraying. You should actually hear the marble. You hear that? So you should hear the marble moving through the underglaze before you start spraying, just like a regular paint can. Spray outside your edges, use a consistent distance, and keep the can in motion when you're spraying. When you finish spraying, invert the can to clear the nozzle, and I am going to show you some videos on some of these things. When it comes to disposing of your empty cans, refer to your local municipality for information on disposing of them. So let me go to our videos. You're going to hear some clicking because we have our recorded scenes. Here we go. So here I am. I'm sorry, not me. This is applying the sprays on a mug, and we're going to use a sticker resist in this mug. So just getting a base coat of orange and yellow, and look at that beautiful ombre effect that happens. And even with a little overspray, it's just really, really a beautiful effect. So you can get kind of the overspray effects, you can get heavy effects. Then stickers are added. These were cut out from Cricut vinyl, which you've seen me do Cricut things before. So they were applied all over. And then a coat of blue was applied over the top. When that was dry, the stickers were removed. Voila. And it was fired. Sorry. And I have that mug right here. So where the blue was a little thin over the yellow, it looks a little more green. Let me do a close-up. But look at those colors. So with the sprays, just like any other underglaze, if you want more opaque color, you need to do multiple coats. If you want more transparent color, you can still get that kind of translucency. But isn't that fun? Look at that pattern. Super quick, very easy. Let's go to our next video. I'm going to show you. So on the cover of our Velvet Advantage sheet, which has a lot of information in it on using the Velvet Sprayz, including the colors, you can see here this is each of the colors at 05, cone 5, and cone 10, with and without clear glaze on it, and sample items and information on the back, Spray Can 101 information, tips and tricks. But the cover art is Malcolm Mobuto Smith, who is a professor at IU, and he graciously did a video for us where he was using the sprays. He loves the sprays, specifically because he can work more intuitively on his artwork, where he uses multiple colors in a graffiti style, and this way he's not having to change colors and spend a lot of time on cleaning out his spray gun. He can just work directly, which makes things, oh, I'm sorry, I thought I switched to the video. Did you see the video? I think you did not see the video. Here is Malcolm spraying. There we go. So he is working with multiple colors without having to change out and clean out his spray gun between each color. And next, I'm going to show you the stencil that I already showed you with the black background. So here is applying the black background. And once it is dry to the touch, applying a stencil and then spraying colors over the stencil. And that, as I showed you before, that's this tile. Low fire, cone 05 with clear glaze over. And lastly is clearing the canister. Here I am spraying underglaze, and then when I'm done, I hold it upside down and spray until nothing more comes out. And there we are. So I have some more items I wanted to show you all. This is cone 05. This is with low fire clear on our 25M. You can see how applying the clear glaze brightened some of the colors. Where it is thin, it did make it a little more translucent, but a lot of fun. I have this one also. This one is cone 5 with an ombre between the yellow and the orange, a little heavy. If you stay in one spot, you get kind of this drip effect happening. This one is another cone 5 with the clear glaze, orange and blue. And then one of my favorites is on this plate with the SM11 Clear Transparent. And look at how vivid those colors are. This is just 2 coats of the SM11 Clear Transparent fired to cone 5. Love how that came out. Really beautiful and satiny. Those of you who tune in regularly know that satin mattes are some of my favorite AMACO glazes. And then I wanted to show you a few bonus things. This is actually Supernova over the Velvet Sprayz. So we did an ombre, green, orange, red, a little bit of yellow, and then this is Supernova Cosmos 6, CO6, over the Velvet Sprayz. So you get this really intense kind of color combination with the sprays and the Cosmos, and iridescent. Really lovely. And then last but not least, I have these 2 bowls. Oops, sorry. These 2 bowls were glazed with honey flux, and then the sprays were applied on top of the honey flux, and you can see how it created this oil spot kind of effect. It is not dry, it is not really matte, but it's not super glossy either. It's sort of a satiny finish with the underglazes, and really interesting oil spot effect on here. So colors are fantastic. And then the bottom has black, the black velvet underglaze at the bottom. Well, thank you all for joining me. Some of the questions that I've had asked are, what about other colors? Are there going to be other colors? And that remains to be seen. We are hoping to have more colors eventually. The other is, where can I find these? So these are available at distributors near you in the 48 contiguous states. Currently, we are not shipping overseas because of regulations with freight and spray bottles. But hopefully there will be a point where we can supply them far and wide. Ask at a distributor near you, or you can find them on our website, amaco.com. If you do something, if you make something using the Velvet Sprayz, tag us on your social media using hashtag HowIAMACO or hashtag AMACO Vevet Sprayz, and that's SPRAYZ. And find them anywhere that you buy your ceramic supplies. Thank you for joining me on my glazing adventures. I will be back in 2 weeks, and I will have more glazing combos for you all. Thanks so much.